Today's synagogue attack in suburban Detroit today is sending shockwaves through Jewish communities across Michigan and the country. While the investigation continues tonight, Jewish leaders across the state say the violence is a painful reminder that houses of worship remain targets. One rabbi in West Michigan says the attack is hitting especially close to home.
What was your reaction when you first heard about the attack in West Bloomfield today?
Well, we were surprised. Not sure exactly what happened, but we were surprised that it was happening. Now, I think most Jewish communities are in heightened alert in general because of the situation in the Middle East. But you never think it's going to happen, closer to where you are, basically. So. I just happened to be there. I mean, I was at Temple Israel a month ago for a ceremony, so it's a place I've been several times. So.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm curious if you're hearing from any of your congregants, any of the families out there right now. I guess, how is the Jewish community processing what happened?
So right now, I think we're all trying to figure out what exactly happened. Other than I know that our leadership is in contact with local law enforcement, and we have a security, team and all that. So they're working on that. So I do think that again, it's too early for us to tell exactly what. I don't really know. I don't really know what exactly happened. Other than there was an active shooter, and I think I'm speculating, thinking that it may have to do something with the war in the Middle East and Iran, but it may not. So.
You mentioned security and the war. Obviously, safety and security at synagogues is of high mind because of that war in Iran. Many synagogues already have security. Does today's attack change, I guess, how you think about safety, how you take precautions?
Actually, we had already, because when the war started, we had already had our meetings, and we were already considering more security, which we already have. So. Don't want to share any specifics, but we had already been thinking about it because we knew that you have to take more precautions.
I was going to say, without getting into details,
sure.
I've got to believe that the precautions you're taking typically today are a little different than they were 10, 20 years ago.
Oh, absolutely, yes. Well, and actually, a lot of this discussion, goes through the budget, because we now have to allocate many more funds to security that we, didn't have to before. And our congregation is in a very quiet neighborhood, and when it was built in the 50s, it's all open. There are no fences. Anybody can see it. So, and I think there's been a concern in the last few years, how to continue to be open and welcoming to everybody, including our own members. It doesn't feel like you're going into a bunker every time you go to religious services or school. But the reality has changed, and it has changed actually. In other parts of the world. In Europe, a lot of the synagogues have had much more security before we have to. So there's something that, unfortunately, something we need to think about, which we didn't have to, 20, 30 years ago. Certainly not 70 years ago. It was not part of the design. You can see our building. It's there's a lot of glass and all that, which it's right there, and it's a beautiful building, but it was not made with any, security considerations. It was about, a beautiful place to gather for worship and all those things.
Rabbi, do you see this as part of a broader rise in anti-Semitism?
Yes, definitely. We have seen, not particularly, I must say that we haven't really experienced anything in Grand Rapids with our neighbors. Everybody has, I think, been very much aware and reaching out. The authorities here, the police department, everybody has been very helpful. But the Jewish community is always connected through families and through relationships to other parts of the world. And I just had a a text from a friend of mine in Israel who heard about the thing in Detroit, and they think it's Michigan, so it must be close to us. And I said, well, no, it's 2 hours away, but still, news travel fast, and I think it's a big part of what Jewish communities across the world have to deal with.
And what would you say, Rabbi, to people watching tonight who want to support the Jewish community right now?
I think the best thing to do is, first of all, if you have Jewish friends, reach out to them. I had some of my friends, reach out to me, make sure that we're okay. And again, we're 2 hours away, but you don't never know what's going on. If it's something of more, widespread in Michigan, or you never know. So I think that would be a good thing to just reach out to. If you have Jewish friends or acquaintances or coworkers, send them a text, whatever it is, that however you communicate, to let them know that you're thinking about them in a way that acknowledges the anxiety and the sometimes fear that many people will feel going to or coming to our building and things like that. So that's something that most people who, I would say most church-going people in this part of the world don't have to think about in the way that we have to think about it. So,
Well, Rabbi, we appreciate your time today. Thank you for your
thank you so
thoughts.
much for
Yeah.
reaching out. We appreciate it very much.